Hey everyone, my name is Max, and today I'm proud to present MarkQrf's and my survival world. The world is coming up on 3 years old, and it was started right after the update Aquatic. The world started in July of 2018 and ended in June of 2020. This world contains most of my favorite projects ever, and Mark and I have used this world to push ourselves further and further than we ever have before in Minecraft. This world contains 4.5 Megabuilds, as well as a ton of smaller projects, farms, and contraptions. I apologize for how long this world tour is, but I wanted to make sure we include everything for nostalgia's sake, as well as being thorough. I would recommend for your own sanity watching this in 2 times speed. The video will have timestamps in the video description. So with that, I present to you our survival world. Hello everyone, welcome to our survival world. This is kind of an informal world tour that we're going to do. Just kind of going around talking about some of the projects that we made over the almost 3 years that this world was around. We were the only 2 people on this world, so everything was built by either me or Mark here, who's our guest today.
Oh, you want me to say something?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no plan.
Hello. I am Mark.
Just like we practiced.
Just like we...
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's we can just kind of walk around and just talk about some of these projects and some of the things we've done in the world. So we're starting off today in our storage room, which is kind of the main hub of the world, I'd say. We spend most of the time here as it kind of helps. I don't know. Yeah, all our items are here, so, and a lot of the major projects are here, and our Nether portal is centered around this this building, basically. So it has a chest for basically every item in the game. I can't think of anything that doesn't have a place here. On this wall, you can see the map of the world here with some of the projects that we've done. It's a massive map, so it's zoomed out, what, 8 times? 16 times?
Yeah. It's zoomed out 8 times. So each pixel on the map represents an 8x8 section of the overworld.
Yes. So the world is pretty big and spans a pretty wide area. So it might be a long video. So this wall is an automatic bulk item sorter. So the idea was that after a project, you would come and dump off all your boxes, shulker boxes, items, whatever, in this chest right here, and it would sort all these items, these 5, sorry, into shulker boxes, and then these remaining ones will be sorted just into bulk storage, so not into shulker boxes. And the lights indicate how many double chests in the back are filled up. So, and then over here, we just have all the unsorted items, and then the shulker boxes come out here. Yeah, and then we each have a section for all the blocks that are important. So these are all your like stones, woods, kind of nature stuff, farming, mushrooms, saplings. This is all redstone stuff. This was all kind of miscellaneous. It's like sandstone, some dirt, I don't know, kind of random stuff here. This is empty. This was going to be for 1.17, but we kind of both decided to upgrade the world. These are our valuables. These are our other valuables. This is like colored blocks, so glass, concretes, stuff like that. Here is the end and like prismarine and all those like water type blocks. And then as the train passes, you can see all the nether blocks. Then we have our mob drops, and then kind of odds and ends here, as well as bulk storage over here. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on here. We have all the like necessary blocks that you need, so stone cutters, like looms, scattered around in the main area, and kind of the main feature is the panda exhibit downstairs. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to talk about the pandas, I guess?
I don't know what much to say. So
Yeah, I guess we just thought that we wanted some kind of cool center feature of the storage room, and we felt like having a panda sanctuary was super cool. There's some parrots in here. I think there's 4 or 5 pandas. Each panda is a unique variant, so we have almost all the pandas in the game, all the cool ones at least. So we got the roly guy, we got the crying guy, we got like the guy who lays on his back, and then the brown one. And then we had some ocelots, but they died.
yeah, they just always despawned.
Always despawned, always drowned, impossible to deal with.
Remember, I wanted to make this waterfall turn on and off with, I think, the daylight,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but it just never worked out.
Yeah, because I think mobs kept getting stuck in there, and then the redstone is a little weird. And also there's the trash can here, which was kind of in the way as well. But next world. And then, of course, the other centerpiece is we are totally under the ocean. So if you look up, you can see it always glitches out. I have no idea why, but we're at the bottom of the sea, which is cool. So this was an extension of the first house I built. I mean, we can kind of talk about how this world came to be real quick. So we were on a server that started in, what was the date? June of 2018. Late June of 2018. Or was it July?
July, sorry.
July of 2018. And that world has, that server started to die. So I asked the server host, Looting, if he could send me the world. And I just copy and pasted my house into a direct copy of the seed. And then Mark joined in January again, and then played for maybe 2 years. He stopped playing in the last 6 months, I think, something like that. We got the flags representing the countries, USA and then Canada for Mark. Some other kind of mementos. We have the maps. We have your map somewhere. I don't know where it went. I thought it was here. I don't know where it went. I don't know. It should be around.
Yeah, we'll see it a lot.
We'll see it scattered throughout the world. Yeah, there's a lot of like things clicking and clacking and going on around here. This is kind of the hub of the world, and so anything that we want kind of semi-loaded all the time is around this area. So I guess we'll go to the furnace first.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the furnace room, which has 2 copies of mass furnace arrays, which I think has been more than enough for the world. I don't know why you would need any more of this. You could just kind of AFK. And then down below, it recently got harvested, but it's powered by a bamboo farm, so it burns bamboo to power the furnaces. So you press the button. It's also on a timer. The slime block machine goes and harvests all the bamboo. And you can see by the indicator lights like which furnace is full. So this one is currently full of bamboo, and this one is totally empty because I think I used it to smelt something for Minsbe recently, semi-recently. And then at the end is the newest addition is a sugarcane farm because rockets are expensive. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of redstone and stuff going on in the back end of this. I can kind of show you guys. I have this little secret door. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
I saw you build it on stream.
Ah. So this is all the back end redstone for the bulk. So this is all the bulk chests, and then here's the shulker box loaders, and then there's like item defraggers and whatever down here. Shulker box unloaders, and gets complicated, but storage tech is that's my favorite redstone project, so I have no problem doing it. I love it. Mark's more of the organic builds guy. I'm more of the redstone guy. Yeah. Item filters up here. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of it for this area. I think we can go towards the potion room. I don't know where you went. Are you stuck back there?
I'm going back.
Ah, there you are.
Yeah.
Kind of secret.
How'd you get through? What?
Sneaky. This is the ladder that leads to the panda exhibit. So kind of sneak in here and you can see the pandas and I don't know, touch them. They got some cool names, which I mean I forget most of them because I can't read them.
Yeah.
This one was Ping Ping. I remember that one. I can remember that, or something
they're,
something.
They're all Chinese characters.
Yeah, and one of them's Winnie the Pooh. That's all I can remember. But they're kind of cute, and they hang out here. They got a nice life, I think. Better than some of the other mobs that we've used to power all our farms.
This is our.
Wait. The train's going by. If we're gonna start the edit, might as well wait till the train goes by. All right. Can you explain the wall?
Yep. So the wall is, I guess, our list of projects to do and to finish. They're color coded based on where they are located. So oak signs are projects in the overworld. Dark oak signs are projects in this base, and so on.
Some of these have been completed. Most have not been completed.
Or not even started.
Not even started and will never be completed. Yeah. But if we go into this room, this is kind of a change of theme because I think I made this room and I felt it was fairly limiting the dark oak and dark prismarine block palette, so I decided to switch it up. And this is a automatic potion brewer inspired by Aeaea. It's an Aeaea slab design, same one that he has in his potion lab, the Aeaea's lab. And so it brews almost every potion in the game, and has a chest of them. So basically only had to run it once, and then it's more than enough potions forever. Super cool project. Surprisingly easy to set up. The redstone axis is here with the slime. That there's always mobs here. But yeah, just kind of a cool project. And then back here is some more redstone stuff, as well as in here has all the lines. Netherwart farm here, which is more than enough for our needs, and then all the potion storage is here. This was right when the Nether update came out, so I really wanted to kind of mess with these blocks. And it's a cool palette. I like this like dark red color, and I also really like the honeycomb. I think it works super well, especially with the shroom lights as like kind of the block that branches the reds to the yellows.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much here. I wish that this branched off into more directions, but this area was getting crowded, and I don't know what else to put in here. And then to cap it off is my little shrine to Aeaea, which we'll see later in the tour, which is my pride and joy and my bane of my existence. Yeah, I think that's everything for the storage room. I mean, definitely not the main base, but at least this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we can keep going. We got the firework thing as well with A. 2 aquariums here, which I think look pretty nice. The sunken ship, as well as the SpongeBob house right here, which is kind of a little hidden gem.
I had no idea that was there.
Oh, really? It's so minute, and you would never see it unless pointed out. But yeah. Now this is kind of, I think of this room as kind of like the main transportation hub, I guess, because you can go a lot of different directions here. Do you want to go to the game room? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Lead the way. Okay. Do you want to explain the game room?
Yeah. So the game room was, I guess, our take on an area where we could play games, little, I guess, games together. And the first idea was to play chess.
Games that we didn't have to be on at the same time to play.
Yeah.
So kind of more turn-based games.
Yeah, turn-based games. So here is a chessboard. I believe this is an actual game that I pasted in.
Oh, really? From
Yeah.
And then we have this thing here to signify whose turn it is. So you would play your move once you were playing, and then switch the turn.
And so we also realized that we could play other games in this room, or at least I think that was like the idea, was to also switch it up. In one of these barrels somewhere, there's checker pieces. I don't remember where, but
There's so many barrels in here. There's no way that will ever be found again.
we also planned on. I think this was going to be like a scoreboard.
Yeah, this was a scoreboard in case we needed it. Kind of for flexibility, I guess.
Yeah. And then we also tried to play, I think, Connect 4.
Yeah, that one was less successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this room is beautiful. It fits that like old pub aesthetic really well. I think this is where I really saw your use of first off note blocks and trap like gates.
Yeah.
I was like, my mind was blown. So really well done here.
Some big inspiration for this design was Knives Out.
Yeah.
Just that very luxurious, I guess, wooden,
old world kind of.
Yeah. Style.
And we have the custom mob heads vanilla tweaks data pack, so that you can see a lot of our mob heads are stored in here. Bar here, like a little pool table here, and then the fireplace, which is pretty dope. We got the bust of Maximus, bust of Marcus, and then the big fire. Sit on our little thrones. Yeah. Look at the 2 deer that we shot, and the 1 block that's missing.
Wait.
Do you see that over here?
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, no.
That's rough. How did no one notice that?
I know.
Ignore it. And then we also have stat poker here, which I think only worked once, and then the redstone broke. But I don't know what. Right? Yeah, it doesn't really work anymore. Yeah, it doesn't work. But from Hermitcraft, and you get to bet, and we have chips and stuff here, so we can basically a question will come in, and then whoever statistics is higher or lower depending on this light, and you can bet and win some cash. I think this room is such a great, like, there's a very specific aesthetic that you went for, and I think it really like nailed it. We also have our dragon egg here, One of the few that we have.
Yeah, and then down here, we were gonna build our own offices. I did not make anything.
I have my little office here.
And I
Nice
think
and quaint.
our idea behind it was we wanted to like mess it if we wanted to mess. So when we would play, we would just leave like trails of signs for each other to read about ideas we had. And I think this was our idea where we would send each other, I guess, letters or something.
Yeah, just so we can have a better way of communicating than leaving like 12 signs in a row detailing our future plans or like what we change.
Yeah.
Because we didn't. Not a lot of it was us playing at the same time. There was some overlap, but it wasn't crazy amount of overlap. Which was kind of fun. So we got to kind of communicate through the game and build some crazy stuff like this. This room is great. This room is awesome.
Okay with this.
I think the
Some
loom,
looms.
the
Yeah.
loom stuff is like genius. Well done. Well done. Yeah. I guess where's the best place to go from here? We can go. I don't want to go to the Nether yet. We can go to the villager, or we can go upstairs and go to the villager. Let's go.
I think up.
Sorry, I think you were about to say the same thing.
I was gonna say up.
Yeah, let's go upstairs, and then we can go to the villager thing, and then come back here to show how they're connected. So this whole place is underwater, so you can see that we're still underwater. And then this is a kelp farm that like works okay. I think kelp is so much more powerful than this farm. Like, we didn't really get to use it. But kelp is a pretty powerful block. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's head up. We got this water stream here. I'll go first. And we can head up kind of the main house. It's raining, of course. And this is the first house that I built on the old server that I copied over. So this is from the old server, although many adjustments have been made over time. It's really cozy and quaint. I like to do a lot of my interiors like this. 2 floors, bed in here. A portal in
The
here.
saddest bedroom that we shared.
Yeah, the sad, lonely bedroom. No, not even walls. It's just like overlooking the staircase. And yeah. This is the first furnace room that we had.
And this where the portal is was the original storage room.
Yes. Which kind of serves you well. Once you get shulker boxes, you can fit everything in like 12 chests, double chests. I believe that. To a point, at least. Let's go outside and then kind of see the building. You went off the balcony, which was smarter than me. We also have down here the last block of netherrack, which we mined, which it is impressive once you can actually see it, the size. So this is the main house from the outside. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Just a lot of stuff over time, like slow progress, but I think it turned out really well. More like, I would say one of my first not one of my first terraforming projects, but I really like tried to push myself on the terraforming and the amount of blocks that you can kind of fit in, and it looks really lush, I think. This is the lighthouse, which has gone through multiple iterations. What was there before?
It was just the first portal to the Nether.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It was in like a little structure.
And on the inside, we have our broken portal and then a lodestone. So the compass always faces here, which is kind of cool. Um, yeah, I mean, there's some hidden secrets in here.
Mhm.
Let's see, this one, there's a secret ender chest in here. And then right around the, I built this right around the time that what is it? You are number one? We are number one?
Yeah, we are number one.
We are number one meme came out, so I made this. I'm surprised how well that worked. Always because of the lag, it never works. So it actually worked this time, which is exciting. Yeah, this is like the only wheat farm we have.
Oh yeah.
So there's that, and then if you push this button, it harvests everything, which we don't need any of this garbage.
One thing we kind of struggled with this world that we never solved is we never had a proper food farm.
Yeah, that's true. We the villager farm has some food farms, but it's never loaded, so it's not a really good food farm. I see got a little nether wart farm. I don't know what these signs are for.
I think this was an original like to-do list. That I
Oh
made.
yeah. Well, we did everything, I guess. Got the pool, and then here is the chicken coop with the automatic chicken farm, which this is like the only actual food farm that we have. Pig farm, sheep, more decoration than anything. And got the little plane up there. I'm just like trying to ignore the massive statue, just trying to like
Yeah.
casually avoiding it. So it looks so good, dude. It looks so good. Oh,
Very cool.
and then for context, you can see that our storage room is right below, under the water. So this is once again kind of the main transportation area. So you can get to the villager farm by flying, swimming, but also this is kind of the go-to. I really like this combination, this terracotta and mushroom. That looks
I
good.
don't remember what inspired me, but
I like it.
yeah.
And then this was the sugarcane farm for a long time, which does not suit two people getting rockets. And it's also like not loaded most of the time.
Yeah.
This is your tree farm that never saw the light of day. This is our mine.
Mine. Where's mine? Yeah. Where the tree farm was before we had it, that XP repair station.
Yeah, we had a cactus farm, which led into this room, which was an XP room, which we decided to change into you decided to change it into a tree farm.
Yeah.
But
It broke. Yeah.
tree farms are tough, dude. There's no good
Oh, yeah.
design.
Yeah, I was gonna clear out. If you follow me down here, I was gonna clear out this entire area all the way into like here,
Oh,
and then go like 100 blocks that way. But
that's a project and a half.
it was a grind. Yeah.
Were you gonna do an automatic one, or were you gonna do just like a grow one?
It was gonna be a combination of both. So one corner would be the automatic, and then the rest would just be a grow of every single tree.
That would have been cool and
Yeah.
incredibly painful to make.
Yeah, I think the problem, because that was obviously a very later project
Mhm.
when we've already built all of this other stuff, so it was
Yeah.
just hard finding the space for that size, that scale of a project.
And the water's not too crazy far from here.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it was only like a few blocks.
Yeah. So let's head to the villager.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the villager farm, I think, was the first project that we did. I would think.
Maybe.
I think it was the first big project. Well, I don't know. It went through, like,
Yeah.
8 or 9 iterations, so it can't quite say what, how it falls into place.
I can't remember if it was built by the time I was here or not.
I don't know. This was the first thing I built. This is the skeleton farm.
Yeah, I remember this.
So this is a early skeleton farm with the spawner here. First XP farm. Got a lot of bones and stuff here. The sugarcane farm, which was also a bamboo farm, which also was never loaded, so it's not great.
There's actually like 5 more layers just of the, like this.
I don't even.
Behind.
How would you even access it? Was there
I
no
went
access?
through. No, I just went through the wall here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a few villager cells that go up. You can kind of see it here. I think there's 3. And works okay, I think. Not the best rate. Oh, I actually did not know that this was here.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Was that for the terracotta on the way down?
I think so. I just remember needing a lot of cocoa beans, and this was a micro farm for potatoes, wheat, carrots.
This used to be where the villager breeder was. Then they changed the mechanics, and now the breeder is back there. Inaccessible, and I don't think it works. So.
Accessibility was not one of our strong suits.
No.
At least in
no.
the early stage. Yeah.
That's the problem when you're building underground, I guess. Is it? I don't know. I feel like it would be more accessible if it was underground.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever. Then here is the concrete maker, which concrete always gets stuck in this trapdoor and despawns, so not good.
Do this.
And then this is actually crazy. This is the melon farm, which has pretty good rates. It's pretty big.
Yeah, well, the original why it's so big is because our original farm was just the sweeper design, where it was it had like the hopper minecarts stuck on I think some glass panes, and then a slime pusher would just move it along. So which is why it's so long.
Oh,
but then that kept breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I've remade it to the classic piston pusher one.
This isn't an Azuma's design, is it?
I don't remember.
I know Azuma's used it. I don't know if it's if not, it's probably El Mango. That's kind of the default. Oh, you can still see the slime block thing here.
Oh no, this is to turn it on and off.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very badly formed thing where it just stops the minecarts from collecting it, and then it also the same line would activate all the pistons, so no melons and pumpkins could grow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's cool. This is a cool design.
The only problem, I guess, with it is that so since all the redstone above is connected, whenever one pumpkin triggers, it actually triggers the entire row.
Oh.
So it'd be, if you were ever near here, it would be very loud.
Interesting. I guess that has better rates. No, it would. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that much. A little barrel, secret barrel. I think that's it for down here. I think we can head up. This is the villager trading hall, which has gone through 4 or 5 iterations, I think. I built it, and then it broke or something went wrong. So you basically.
It was the villager update, actually.
Oh yes. So yeah, it was totally.
Yeah, it was just totally busted.
So you stripped it out and basically redid the entire building.
But I kept the same style that you originally had.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that it's an early game build. The same wood. Palettes very bland, but it's a good farm. It's got the zombies and the potions, which is nice. And then the lights indicate whether there's a villager there. And then there's a villager breeder from downstairs, I guess.
Yeah, it's right by the those farms,
Oh, yeah.
villager farms.
And then here we have our storage from those farms, which, well, we have a lot of pumpkins,
Yeah.
but it's never loaded, so it's not bad. It's a bad farm. And then down here is kind of the storage area. Got some random stuff, but we got enough mending books to last a lifetime, and like shulker boxes of silk touch. And the funny thing about villager farms is like it takes so much effort to build one, but as soon as you build one, you truly never need it again.
Yeah. And you get so much access to items.
Yes, they're kind of infinite. It's crazy.
Mhm.
This was supposed to be a selector panel, which I don't know if it still works, but you could hit it and turn things on and off.
I think the only thing that is connected is the villager breeder and the melon and pumpkin farm.
Yeah, I don't even know
So
how
there's,
we
like,
turned it off.
Yeah, there's like no reason to turn off a carrot farm or a potato farm.
Yeah, especially because you can't stop a villager. So
Yeah.
the villagers is all you're doing is just losing items. So
Yeah.
one of my
That's actually
unnecessary redstone projects.
that's actually how the villager breeder works. So it doesn't. Well, I guess it does block the like farmer villager from giving the other villagers food, but it also switches. So there's a bubble column that brings the villagers up. It switches that from soul sand to a magma block, so it also kills those villagers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got some emeralds in here. That's pretty good. And then I guess we head down to the selector area. And this was Mark's design for getting the villagers into the trading hall.
So the babies would come up here, then they would land in here to be weighted to be selected. They would drop down here, and you would choose their profession, and then lock it in, and then send them into the hall.
Or you could kill them from here.
Yeah, we had a problem where I guess we just left the breeder on, and we thought it was never loaded, so it never made any babies. But there was actually like 100 villagers or something in here.
We had entity cramming off.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
we were just so used to it being off that we thought that something would break, so we kept it off when they added it. And there's no reason to have it off, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's kind of standard to just be on now.
Yeah.
And some nice kind of cozy feeling.
This is the painting that we alluded to earlier.
Yes. You'll see
We'll
much more of this painting.
Hmm.
Masterpiece.
So should we check outside now?
Yes. And then on the outside,
We have my piece de resistance. This is my first organic I've built in this world. It is a massive statue of Atlas, holding up the celestial heavens. Except in this version, he's holding up a giant emerald. I guess it's meant to be like a single emerald.
but it has the texture, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I think there's actually like 8 stacks of emerald blocks in this, which I did not expect. There's
That's a lot. Yeah. You were trading here for a long time trying to get all that stuff.
The statue is, I believe it's actually built on a real life statue, but I can't remember the name. But it's all slabbed, so no mobs can spawn on the statue itself. However, they can technically spawn in the emerald because there's at least at night, because there's no carpets or anything on it. Another thing is that the entire statue is hollow, and you can actually come down here.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah. And I was gonna make like I was kind of inspired by like the Statue of Liberty, and I wanted to make it like a lookout from the eyes.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I was gonna also like have structural beams and stuff holding it up.
that would have been
But-
cool.
Yeah.
It's one of those like hidden things that it's like you want to do it for yourself, but it's like no one would visually see it.
In terms of the design, so the bottom legs are, as you can see, they're like cobble and mossy cobble and dark prismarine. That was kind of supposed to represent like the waves of the ocean crashing against the bottom of it and deteriorating it.
It looks like he's like, I guess with the block choice, it looks like he's really like holding a massive weight. Like it just looks like it's crushing his knees and with the,
Oh
with
yeah,
the
I guess that'd
cobblestone.
be another way to look at it.
That was my interpretation of it. But
I was gonna say the sea waves didn't really work out. I mean, it doesn't make sense with this wooden building underneath as well.
yeah,
But
but
something-
absolute masterclass in organics right here. This is incredible. Incredible. Well done.
I guess we could talk about this exterior of the building as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this island below it, or like I guess the land below it, is actually all terraformed. That connects like the top to the bottom of the ocean. And if we go, there's a way we can go inside it. It's just completely hollow.
Yeah, and you had to build all this redstone stuff here.
Yeah.
Which is not fun.
It's all part of the villager breeder.
Yeah, and trading terraforming underwater, also not fun.
Yep.
But I think overall it like really works well, and I think this was kind of before the meta of people making like floating islands. Like you know how Scar makes his islands kind of like float.
Yeah.
So we didn't think of that. So we terraformed all the way to the ground, which was so many shulker boxes of stone.
Oh yeah.
So this is kind of it for this area. I built a little house here, which I hated, so I got rid of that. And then I think we can kind of move on. I think the next place we should go is the Netherhub.
Sounds good.
Just kind of another fly around here. We have some other things we can show. We can show the creeper farm
Oh
and
right.
the slime farm, which is around here. Here. This is the first. This was before the mob farm, which we'll see later in the tour. So it's all lit up and it's turned off. But this is kind of more of a passive creeper farm because we're in this area a lot. So it would always be loaded. So there's nothing really in here anymore. But just a way to passively get gunpowder. Just because rockets are so important. And then we have the slime chunk. Slime chunk is very similar to like a villager breeder, where as soon as you build it, you never need it again.
Mm.
So you can fly over there, which is here.
I also could never find these farms.
You know what? We took a chunk out of it. I took a chunk out of it to put this thing in here. Yeah, because it should be. Yeah, here it is. Here's like.
Oh man.
I just kind of turned it off half-assed.
Yeah.
because the chest was always full, and we're never using that much slime.
Mhm.
So,
Remember, yeah, the game room is also like right up to it as well.
Maybe we shouldn't have shown that one.
Okay, cut this part of the video.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's move on to the Netherhub. Which way do we want to go? Do we want to go through the bell or through the tree?
I think through the tree.
Okay. Here you can see that room right here. Give you a little more context as to where we are in the world. And so we will go to the Netherhub, which is the first mega build of this world, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's, I would say, 4 mega builds in this world. Or 3.5. 5, I guess. So I keep changing numbers.
Yeah. There's quite a few mega builds.
There's a few mega builds, yeah. How'd you get down here so quickly?
I went through the portal on the side that we use, like the original one, on the exterior of the house. Yeah. It goes to the mines. Yeah.
So this is, oh, and here's our little statues. I don't know if I saw it, showed it, with the diamonds, showing who owns this land.
And cheaped out. We never switched them out for red netherite.
Oh yeah. So this is our Netherhub, which was a massive, massive project. Designed in creative, built fully in survival. I don't know if we ever mentioned that this world is fully 100% survival. I think we forgot to mention it at the top.
Yeah.
But 2 people, fully survival. Some data packs, some crafting data packs, which I will link in the description, but I think for all intents and purposes, it's survival. So this is our first mega build in the world, our Netherhub, inspired off a few previous Netherhubs that mainly Mark has built. Mark's niche is Netherhubs and organics. The amount of Netherhubs he's been forced to do is more than any one person should. But
also add villager halls to that as well.
Yeah. So there's a few ways to build Netherhubs, but I think we thought that having unique tunnels would be the most exciting. So we have, say it again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least for a world where it's only 2 people, I think just these individual tunnels was a lot more fun than just having 4 tunnels going in each cardinal direction and then branching off of that.
Yeah, it's more aesthetic, and
Yeah.
and I like it. So this was built combination of both of us. Mark obviously did the tree. He did most of it. I think the chandeliers here. I did a lot of the walls, I guess.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did the walls.
You can see it's very cool. You can, when you've played with someone for so long, you can tell their style, and you can kind of tell how someone would build something. But that's neither here nor there. Fully accessible by walking. So everything is. So if you die, and you should be able to get to here very easily through a multitude of tunnels. So it's really helpful for a survival player, and we have a ton of things going on in here. It's pretty overwhelming. So if we go outside, which I guess would be the green west.
Yeah.
This is this is our old nether tunnel, kinda, that we never covered up, never did anything with. However, it's like one of the 2 or 3 most used tunnels. but it's all made in this massive mined out box, which was like, I don't know, 60-70% TNT dupers, I'd say.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of, I don't know what the split was.
I
but
feel like you gave up with the TNT dupers pretty early.
yeah, because in the overworld you have that like gap where the TNT can drop, but in the Nether it was just like the TNT dupers just like kept blowing themselves up because the TNT wouldn't go that far. So I would say most of this was mined out by hand. Built in survival, 100% mob proof, so every block is fully slabbed. Nothing can spawn in here or anywhere inside this box, which is great. Kind of one of the design choices going into it. So you can see that this is built on a slab. These are all stairs, which is like really hard to do retroactively, but fairly easy to do as you're building it, I'd say. Yeah, I'm so proud of this thing. I think this thing looks great. Got the 4 cardinal directions. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about that. The beautiful cherry blossom right in the middle.
Yeah, very proud of that. Just the shape of it curving out and then back.
Oh, it's really nice. Like a
love the
perfect
chandelier design.
bonsai. Yeah, do you want to explain the chandelier portal versus the tree portal?
So, as you saw earlier, the tree portal linked to that crossroads right by our storage room, and this portal in the chandelier. Oh, if I can get to it. Leads. It was originally going to lead to the lighthouse.
Yeah, but we had some sinking troubles.
Yeah.
Portal
So now
sink.
it leads to this one in the house.
So you can easily get from all the way to the storage room to the kind of the top of the world, above sea level, like really easily. So
There's another portal in the villager area. Also somehow links to the chandelier.
that's the only regret is it's a one-way portal.
Yeah.
So that leads to the chandelier, which that's the only thing that's inaccessible by like someone in survival. Like there's no way to get up there without an elytra, but
Yeah.
you can get up there by going through this bottom portal here.
I think there's a way if you spawn up there in survival, you can drop on the tree and have half a heart.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think
Barely.
that's something yeah. It was like just in case there was that option.
So the storage room is down there. Yeah, I don't even know the block count of this thing, but it's got I know we mined out over 1 million blocks.
Yeah. Oh, you want to check our statistics?
We should do that at the end.
Oh, okay, at the end.
Plus, the statistics aren't necessarily true because it's switched worlds a few times, but whatever.
True. That's true.
Um,
I think our data still should have saved, but
I would think.
hopefully.
Yeah, so we can kind of branch out from here. What would be the best? We can talk about some of the little things in here. So down here, each tunnel has a unique banner design, a sign to explain what it is, and a little like design up here to
Like
detail
a mural.
a 3x3 mural detailing what it does. So this is the access to the bottom of the world, of the Nether hub, and then we have a piglin bartering farm in here, which has pretty good rates, I'd say. It's a little slow, but it's more than enough. Like, how many spectral arrows do you need? It's manual input. Got the respawn thing in here, which is never useful because if you're like always sleeping in the overworld and then it doesn't link to this. Like it should, if you're in the Nether, you should always be linked to this.
Yeah.
And trying to think what else is here.
Doesn't it explode when you respawn there? Or no?
What do you mean?
Like I thought it like blows up the area a bit.
No. That's only if
Oh.
you click it in the overworld.
Oh, okay.
Anything else in here that wouldn't require like us to go anywhere?
Not that I can think of.
No, me neither. We can take the ice tunnel because that's really kind of boring.
Yeah.
So this is the ice tunnel, built by Mark, inspired by an old tunnel of mine from a previous server. Using this kind of old school trapdoor design. But we have our polar bear in here.
Do you remember his name?
No.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh. Why?
Okay, this needs some explaining. So, when I first joined this world, I had to boat from spawn because that house we were at is not actually in the spawn chunks. It's about a couple thousand blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to boat. I went through an ice spikes biome, and there was a polar bear there, so I just grabbed it. And I brought it, and I just left it at the house for a while until we built this tunnel. But at the house, I remember you had a bunch of mobs. I think it was like a bunch of turtles.
Yeah.
Just in boats, and they were named a bunch of celebrities, which is why I named it Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, there you go. He's got his nice little cave. He's doing all right in here. Maybe a little lonely, but whatever. What can we do? They're endangered. This leads to the ice farm, which is
Very bad.
very bad.
So there's also a 2x2 tree farm over here.
And it's never lit up.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. This was a podzol farm. I remember now.
Oh.
If you broke this, yeah, there's just a bunch of hoppers underneath.
There you go. And then this ice farm, which I would say has provided less than 10% of the actual ice in this world, which was just mined.
Yeah.
Really boring.
This was supposed to be where you AFK'd. You go and look out. It seems the ice is farmed yet, but it's not worth it.
No.
Just go to ice spikes.
Yeah. Which is funny because Mojang adds these like endangered species and these like things that parts of nature that we should like take care of and not touch, and then our only option as players is to like destroy it. Coral reefs, we destroy. We kill I don't know, pandas.
Yeah.
Bees. We just use them to farm stuff.
Oh, actually, I think we did. Did you mention the beacons in the corner of the Netherhub?
Oh no. You want to mention that?
Yeah. I can quickly just show it. Always the wrong one. So the Netherhub, we wanted the beacons to not be shown, just because we couldn't find a place to actually highlight where they are.
And it also covers a view of a build.
Yeah. So we put them on. We had to make 4 beacons of 4 on each corner to get every single block on the inside of the hub. To have these
Fully enchanted.
Yeah. And something that is literally not useful at all, but I'm happy about, is that the colors on beacons match the direction of the cardinal that we assigned to. So the north one has yellow beacons, and then it merges with the green beacon.
Yeah. Which is so, like, it's those details that you do for yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So this is blue, which is south, and then what is this? West green, which is super cool. Speaking of beacons, you want to go to the Wither farm?
Oh yeah.
So this is a Wither skeleton farm. Actually, can you grab a boat by the portal? Or no, never mind. We don't.
There should be some there.
I accidentally deleted the boat earlier, but we
Alright.
can both be in a boat. There's 2 people in a boat.
Oh, do you have one?
Yeah. So this is all made out of the coal from the actual nether, like from farming the withers. And I think that wither skeleton farms are the best XP farm. That's my thought. I don't know if that's true, but you can see that we use a lot of beacons in this world, so that's all thanks to Mark, who, while I was gone for a summer, slaved away and made this insane wither skeleton farm. I don't even know how to see it.
Yeah, I think there's supposed to be no way to do it.
Oh,
Hit me.
whoopsie. Well,
Yeah. So I believe it's a 125 or 128 block radius from this farm is all slab. This was actually before another update, so there's no piglins in this farm. It's actually, I think it's based on Logical Geek Boy's farm that uses dogs, and then with the roses, obviously, to kill the rest of the mobs.
and it's got pretty good rates.
Yeah.
It served.
Even after the Nether update, it's still very good.
Mm-hmm. And it served me well, especially when I had to get all those beacons for Aeaea, which has like 2 stacks of beacons. Where I think this farm is like a great, I don't know, mid-level farm, I would say. Like you can get some crazy rates now, but
Yeah.
there's no way we were touching this thing. And when I mean we, I mean you.
Yeah.
Probably one of the top like 3 or 4 biggest farms in the world, I would think.
Yeah.
And then items go in here and then get sorted in here. So we just have like chests and chests of bone blocks and coal.
I think the swords get sorted out and deleted.
I'm so glad that they added the netherite thing, because I've accidentally put my netherite sword, assuming that it was a stone sword, in this sorter, and I've had to retrieve it like a bunch of times.
Austin knows a thing or two about that.
That's so funny. How long was he using one of those for? Oh,
Almost a month.
shout out to him. Little nice view of the nether. Well, that was some poor driving skills. So that's a wither farm. We can quickly run to the blaze farm.
Sorry, I'm lagging a bit.
Oh, no problem. I moved it, so it's now hosted in, I think, Washington, D.C. or New York, so it might be a little worse for you. This is the Blaze Farm, which I made a awesome color palette for, and it'll never see the light of day. But this banner is great.
Yeah. It's a sick banner.
And then we have the duck banner, the duck little mural.
It's not a duck.
It looks so much like a duck. But not really anything exciting down here. Just kind of a fairly classic blaze farm.
The one where you tried to, use lava.
Yeah, which is okay. Like down here, the blazes don't, like you're not in range, so you have to go up this ladder, kind of stand here, and then just kind of go up and down a whole bunch. It's really not good, but How often do you need blaze rods? Like, I needed it for the potion lab, and then after that, not worth it. Also, not a fun farm to make.
Oh yeah.
Trying to knock out the easy ones right now before you go to the kind of the bigger ones. Let's save the flower one for later. Save spawn chunks for later. Save Minsbe for later. We can do the map district, and yeah. So you want to kind of describe this?
Yeah. So this is the tunnel of modern arts. Our idea behind it was supposed to represent a modern art museum where you could, or kind of like every room would have a different art piece, and these are like benches that you could sit and look at it at. These ones are, so some of the names are actually based on the actual painting. So this is by the actual artist who made these Minecraft paintings, and the names that are associated with these. Yeah, this is actually based on a Counter-Strike map, if you didn't know.
I had to remove the resource pack.
Oh.
Yeah. There's also D-Dust, I think.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of the paintings.
This was just a random name.
I like this one.
Just a random design, yeah.
Yeah, it's modern art.
And this is
This is
probably
what we're here to see.
That's probably my Magnus opum of the world. Was let me read the full name. It is called "The Still Life with Oysters, a Rummer, a Lemon, and a Silver Bowl" by my favorite still life painters from the Dutch Golden Age, William C. Aeaea. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
This is so, I mean, we'll see it, but this is a map art. I think a little bit before making maps was kind of in the meta, I would say. Now it's not so crazy to make a map. I think this was way before that. Second map art that you've attempted, first one you've completed.
Yep.
And this is different than most map arts, and we'll see why.
This is a parody of the comedian art piece, which is the banana taped on the wall. So it is the apple in an item frame.
Let me put in the resource pack on back 1 second. Which it's funny because you can kind of see, you can tell when things were built because there's references to things that happened.
Yeah.
So whenever that was when this thing was built.
And then we never finished this tunnel because it actually is a bit of a grind to come up with something like your own modern art. Yeah.
Yeah. Tunnels, as nice as they are, they're so tough and so like projects that you push off for so long.
Also, I believe that was made during that was before Piglin barter rings were a thing, and that was made completely out of smooth quartz, so it was kind of a pain.
So this is your magnum opus.
Yep. So, for a bit of explanation, in Minecraft, how maps work is that so there's a palette of blocks, and certain blocks will produce a certain shade, or a certain color, I guess I should say, on the map. And depending on, I believe, where the block to the north of it is, will also shade it either lighter or darker. So to get all that color range that I got on my map, obviously I use a program to do this, but I had to staircase a bunch of blocks to get certain shades. Yeah, also a lot of brewing stands and cobwebs.
Yeah, like all these weird blocks that you had to use to create these like crazy colors, and it is insane. Like, let's say a normal map art, just a flat one using like wool or whatever, maybe takes 10, 15 hours. This has to be what?
Months.
Yeah, 200-300 easily.
I don't have the progress pictures on my current computer, but I can get them and then you put them like in an Imgur link, and you can link that in the description.
Yeah, because this is unbelievably impressive and grindy and like insane of a project. Each block has to be placed perfectly on the exact height line, and like it's not the like figuring out how to do this is not the skill. The skill is spending your time and actually like completing it. So
in
like,
reference to what Max said earlier, this is my second map art that I've completed and attempted. It's the second one I've attempted. The first one I completed on our old server. I had another map art that I only finished halfway after months and months of playing.
yeah, so to complete something of this scale is wild. You know, it's 128 by 128, which is, I don't know what that math is. But it's that plus every block has a height level, and, you know, you're placing 30,000 blocks not easily. Like, it's easy to place stuff flat, but to elevate stuff, dude, I don't know how you did this.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, sorry. I like disconnected for a sec.
I was just saying it's crazy, and I don't know how you did this. I mean, I know how you did this, but I can't imagine.
Lightmatica. It's great.
Lightmatica. So yeah. Crazy. And then I'll show another picture of the finished product down here.
Oh yeah, I guess we can talk about.
Wait, it should be here. Where is it?
It might be on one of the chests.
Yeah.
We alluded to a secret Hitler game that we were planning to make. I was gonna make like every card from that game in maps, and they would just continue like all the way down this way. Every single map would be made this way.
That would be.
It wouldn't be like
insane.
to this scale. They would have been like flat maps, but it was too many blocks.
Yeah. I've always wondered if you could do that with a deck of cards.
Oh yeah.
Which might be easier because you could make it a white one and then just change it and then lock the map. But anyway, down here, you want to talk about this contraption?
Oh, this is just a blue orchid farm, flower farm. Since they only spawn in swamps, we cannot have one at our actual flower forest, which we'll go to later.
So that's another one of Mark's major projects is farming all the flowers, which we'll see later. And then this is my map art that I made, significantly less time and effort required. It's 2 colors, and it's for New Minsbe, which is my city, which we'll go to later, and the context will be more understood.
Did you design this yourself?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. What do you mean by design? Like, the symbol is just like fairly easy to do, and then it's just text.
I feel like the symbol would actually be a bit difficult to do.
No, it's not too bad when you there's ways to I forget, but I looked up like a way to cut it into 1/6.
I see.
And then just kind of colored it, so it wasn't too bad. Much less time required, and the wolf farm came in clutch. So yeah, let's move on. My over-under is 2.5 hours for this video. Edited down 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
This
so
is why we needed to get a third person to do all the grindy tasks that we didn't want to do.
Yeah. It's our second mine. One thing that I wanted with this mine was I wanted no mobs at all to spawn. So I made sure every single torch is 6 blocks apart to guarantee that there was no spawning. Oh shit. I used to have, so over this obsidian was actually a ravine, and I used to have like a bunch of colored glass that covered it. But I think we needed the glass for something, so I had to remove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
So
would we ever remove that glass?
we needed it for something. We needed a lot of glass for something, and I can't remember what.
Oh, we gotta go out to the sand farm. Oh my god, this thing's good going forever. Classic kind of speed mine. Squid farm, I guess.
Yeah, the spider farm is nothing. Ignore it.
Is there anything in there?
No, it barely functions too.
I really love this project because it is
Ew.
something really nice about a project being 100% fully done, fully decorated, works great.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah, so this is a squid farm. It is the overall design I wanted to go for was it was just in a cave. So you could see like the outside world from this little hole. This hole is actually manufactured, but I wanted it in. If you like go out, you can see it kind of doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. And then, did you go down? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess actually we should.
Well, we can see it after.
Okay. Yo, you need to kill this thing. I don't have a sword. Alright. You can tell how old this build is so this bottom part is a pixel art of the old ink squid.
Oh
ink
yeah.
sac, sorry. Or actually,
Wait, I didn't think they didn't change it.
oh, they did.
Oh.
Oh no, you know what? It was. I think I didn't know if I wanted to change it to the
Oh, the ink.
black dye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This was before black dye.
Yeah. And you can even tell the date by these were supposed to be piston lights when you could still see like
Oh, see-through pistons.
see-through pistons.
That's cool.
So I just replaced those with torches because
What can you do?
yeah.
Um,
And this little glass is where you could see the ink coming up from.
Great rates on this thing, actually. You can get like, what is it? It's like, you can get like a double chest in an hour or something like
in
that.
an hour. Yeah.
Really great rates, like great farm. Let's go see the farm, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very basic river farm.
So you drained out all this water from
Yeah.
the river.
Yeah, as long as the water is in a river biome, it will spawn squids. So this is a birch forest, so it won't spawn any squids. Which is very thankful. Didn't have to drain that out.
Yeah. Did you use sponges for this? You must have.
Yep.
And then this is
It's just water and trapdoors alternating, and then a minecart system picks it up at the bottom. Got it?
Oh, watch out! Watch out!
Shit.
Well, it's a backup, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think anything really got broken.
Alright, I'm running. I should have picked up a sword or something.
I might have one, but yeah, just basic farm. Yeah. Let me sleep, actually.
Yeah, I remember there used to be a bed in there.
Isn't there? Or in here or in the room?
In the like where that ender chest is. I thought I made space for a bit. Oh no, there's not. I think it was supposed to be. Yeah, I think there's a bed supposed to be right here, but I think I had to take it or something. Just never put it back.
Rip. You want a bow? We can go to my little like village here because it's super close. This is the wrong way. Sorry.
To the medieval village?
Yeah, the medieval village that I hate. It's this way. And then take this little staircase. So this is like the last project I kind of attempted. It was a medieval village. And the idea was I would go in with no plan and just build as I went. And this view looks very nice. And then after that, it looks bad. I don't like the way it's hard to differentiate the buildings, and it's just kind of like one globular building, and lost a ton of inspiration like very quickly. So
you built most of this on stream, right?
I built all of it on stream.
Yeah.
And not my best work. Because there was no vision, there was no nothing. And I don't know. Bad. Right, let's move on. I hate this place.
Where do you want to go next?
You can go to the sheep farm, which is kind of around here.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else that's really in these tunnels that's like worth visiting. This is the wool farm of the server, built by Mark. Pretty good rates, I'd say.
Yeah, it's all right. I think I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but one of the problems we had a lot was we always needed like one specific type of wool for a bulk project. So like for Max's map, we just needed all yellow and black wool, and I believe there's only a few sheep per color.
Mm-hmm.
And so the rates to get like bulk colors was never that good. So if I were to do this again, I would have had like a completely different section that had
just like dyeable sheep.
Yeah, dyeable sheep. It's also very hard to access the sheep.
And it's hard to access this storage room. I don't know why. Why was it designed where you have to like go over the water stream?
Well, it's because I wanted it to be like in a ring so that
the thing could wrap around.
Yeah.
I like how the yellow is just like one sticking out.
This was definitely obviously supposed to be temporary.
Just go on.
I attempted to make like a storage room out here, and it would be like just straight, all the different colors. It just didn't look well. Didn't look good.
Yeah.
So I scrapped and stuck with that still.
You had some preliminary sketches or designs for like a building here, but I don't think it ever got past that stage.
Yeah, I don't remember really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a lot of terraforming. I think I wanted to like mask this, cover this in like a hill, like I recall, but yeah, no, not much else went after that.
It's hard to have the motivation for like farms because the farm is done, so the project is like functionally done. So then to like go after it and whatever.
Yeah. Actually, I need those arrows.
Yeah. Did you need that many arrows?
Maybe not that many, but
So this is the big mob farm in the world.
It is based on, I believe, El Mango's flusher design, which is runs on a timer. Every other layer will get flushed with water. It's built in a desert so that no zombies spawn, or at least very few zombies spawn.
They spawn as husks, which don't drop anything.
Well, no, they do drop stuff. It's just I think they need direct access to light to spawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's this massive diamond covering them.
Fully spawn proof, right? Because you carved this this circle out.
Oh right, yes. You
Uh,
can see. Actually, it looks kind of cool.
it does look cool. Was there any plans to like design this in any way?
Yeah, actually, my original idea was to make it kind of like look like an obelisk, so it would just be like a massive column.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what design it would have on it, but that was my original idea. And that's about it.
Yeah, it works.
And we used some of this desert to mine sand.
Mm-hmm. And then let's I took a slow falling potion. Now I can't. It's gonna take forever to get down this thing. This is the witch farm that I just added. We can check it out real quick.
Yeah.
I watched a SciCraft tour with Mumbo, and they were like, he was like kept asking questions, and they were like, no, you really need to hurry up because there's 25 of these things that you have to see. It's gonna take forever. I don't know which farm. There it is. Should have done much earlier.
Yeah.
Really not too bad of a build. I mean, witch farms can go crazy, right? Like you can really do a perimeter and this is our mining desert, which got a pretty sizable chunk taken out of it, I'd say. A big chunk, actually, now that I'm kind of seeing it.
Quite a bit.
I think for my next world, I'm just gonna dupe.
Just dupe sand.
Yeah. There's a data pack that adds concrete powder. You smelt it into colored glass, which I really like, so I think I'm gonna add that. Oh yeah, rip cringe skin. And then this is a crazy mega build.
Yes. It's a bit of explanation.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're here, this entire area that's carved out is technically how big the map would be, or how big the map would be in the Nether. So if we come here, and look
do you want to start from the like why you started this project, or what was the reasoning for it?
Yeah. So in our map room, the map did not go from the north cardinal direction was not at the top. It was actually on the side.
To the left.
Yeah, and it always kind of confused us where our builds were.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to make a compass pixel art that would show on the map to remind us which direction was which. The problem is this map is 1:8, I believe is the correct term. And so it is scaled out 8 times, which means, as I said earlier, each pixel is 8x8 blocks, or 64 blocks total in the overworld. And so to make these pixel art, you would need to fill at least 33 of those blocks
to create a majority.
Yeah, and even that is not enough. So if you notice, there's like a bunch of different texture kind of It's because it still averages the rest of the blocks, which I didn't know until I started this project.
I think it kind of looks cool with the texture.
Yeah, I actually think it helped, but you use a lot of blocks, so every single pixel is half a stack. Which is
Insane.
it's too
Insane.
much. Yeah, and so since the Nether is also 1 block of the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, technically this area I was clearing out would have been 1-to-1 scale of the map. And it was how I would get to each area of the map pretty quickly, because we can jump in a portal and see why I need so many portals and how difficult
Blocks.
it is.
Yeah, and how actually ludicrous this project is. So that's the E. And you can see that it just keeps going and going and going and going. And
So, I thought, so I knew the scale of this would be absolutely insane. We need so much wool and blocks, simply blocks to make it. So I thought I would be saving on our time by making wool into carpets, because the 2 wool makes 3 carpets. So I'd be saving, like, I don't know the math. Or we'd be saving some time AFKing at the sheep farm. However, I guess I kind of miscalculated that. To place carpets, you also need a block. And so I was actually placing double blocks for the carpet. So it needs like the bottom block and then the carpet on top. So 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
this project, I don't know if it shows up on video, but this is so unbelievably large. It is.
Yeah.
It's massive. It's by far the biggest, like largest in
Scale,
scope build, I think. Maybe Aeaea, but this one takes the cake in scale, I think.
Just like pure width.
The carpet was a bad call. Because not to be that guy, but since you had to place all those blocks, you basically placed the whole thing. Because you did.
Yeah, exactly.
You did almost half of it, a little less than half of it, I think. That's not true.
I think I did a quarter because I did east and north, and what connected it.
Yeah, but you did 2 of the angles, and then there would only be 2 more of those. You know, 2. So I don't know, but.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Um.
It was like half the 2, like a third done maybe.
I'm on 20 chunks right now, and I can't load the whole thing. I can't think of anyone who's done anything this scale professionally. Like, no Hermitcraft person has done anything this size. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing why I was pretty happy to do it. Was I've never seen anyone make pixel art on a map that's like scoped out.
Yeah.
You only see them on the 1-to-1 scale maps, which is only 128 blocks by 128. But the fact that each pixel was half stacked.
Yeah, you can start seeing like 2 stacks, 4 stacks. Like, these are shulker boxes of shulker boxes of shulker boxes of materials. What a project. I congratulate you on getting this far. This is farther than anyone would ever get.
Also, I'll send Max a link to put in the description of what it was supposed to look like in the end.
Oh,
and I think in my picture I have west and east backwards, and I only caught that when I started placing the blocks.
That would have been the worst.
Yeah.
Look how big this I don't even know which one this is. Is this north? I haven't even gotten to the... Oh, this is the east. Oh, this is north. Oh. Huge! Huge! You need like 4 or 5 rockets just to get to the other side. That's why you had to do that nether portal thing. Oh. Wild. So this is, I think, without a doubt, a mega build. Without a doubt.
Maybe one day I'll finish a map on a 1 to 8 scale.
Good luck, man. Good
Yeah.
luck. You need like a full-time team.
Look in these chests. How much blocks that I still had left over?
Yeah. What? That's one of the things that surprises people. I think that I've been streaming. People are shocked at like the resources required. But I've always found that doing mega builds, resources is kind of the least of my worries.
Yeah.
You can always just, getting materials is the easiest part of the mega build. I don't know. It's kind of because like people are like, you must have gotten shulker boxes of sand. It's like, yeah, you just kind of, it takes like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Put on a movie or something. It's not too bad. It's also funny because we do mega builds, so when the hermits like kind of complain about how long they like, I just spent so long getting all this sand. I know how long you spent getting all that sand. Yeah, I think let's head to the end.
Yeah, sure.
And then,
And we did a lot in this world.
this is
There's
a
so much to
crazy
explain.
world. Alright. This is the end tunnel I made, which it's the easiest way to make these tunnels is a repeating pattern, but it doesn't look as nice. But it's got the end crystals, which is cool, and the chorus fruit. It's also a bad design because you're never. It's one way, right? Like you're never going back this way. This is my end room, which I don't like it very much. I don't think it shows off my skills very much, but I really love the end sign.
Yeah.
I think that's the highlight.
Reason we had our own rooms.
Yeah, so we could fight the dragon, which not necessary. And yeah. So this is the end. Didn't really do much here. We have we got some of the portals unlocked, not all of them. We have the Elytra data pack from the dragon, which is kind of the main reason that we fought the dragon, just to get Elytra.
Yeah.
And then down here is a wither killing area where the golems kill the withers, which is how you can get beacons in mass for fairly easy, kind of cheese it. And then let's head to the end farm. I think there's only one minecart there, actually.
Oh, I missed.
Uh-oh.
I guess I can talk about the Ender.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the first farms I built, or
It's gotta be first 5.
yeah. I just wanted to redesign the Ender, and one of the ideas that I've had was I really disliked how a lot of Enders was really cramped. They'd only be 2 blocks tall, so it was never enjoyable to look at because it was so small scale. So my idea to counteract that, and the reason why you need 2 block tall is so Endermans don't teleport outside of their killing area. And my idea to counteract that was to use like glass to make like I guess a fake too high wall ceiling. Yeah, it still felt a bit more spacious.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this? Oh, that's for soul speed.
Yeah, soul speed, which was added later, which is actually funny because now it is even on both sides, which is nice. Bye-bye.
So I'm wearing the god beats. So we played this map during I think one of the snapshots where you could make god armor, where you
Mhm.
could stack different protections, and so you can't add soul speed to that because that was before soul speed was added.
Yeah. Those boots have what? Prot 4, Fire 4,
Blast,
Blast 4, and
Blast 4
Projectile.
itself. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah. So this is the Ender, the usual El Mango design, I believe.
And then the Ender Pearls go through this line, and then they get sent either into the void or stored here.
Yeah. I think
Depending
they're
on-
being sent to the one right now. Yeah.
Turn it
got
off. And the only reason to do that would be we get the Enderman heads and Ender Pearls, but I think we have enough for a lifetime.
Yeah. If you noticed, there has been a constant running noise of water. You probably saw it on the outside, and that is to prevent Enderman from teleporting on top of the structure.
Mhm. Which you can use light, I think. Oh no, not for teleporting.
Yeah, not teleporting. I
Only
think
for spawning.
you might be able to use two carpets, and I think so I think that's like the original intention, is that two carpets stop their spawning. But as I built this, that there was like a bug where it didn't work, so I resorted to water.
And we are above the void here.
Yeah, it was
And we're trying to be, for the rates, it's best to be as low as possible. So we're on Y2.
Yeah.
Um,
This was our original XP farm, so we have a bunch of books here.
um, which is, this was before the villager?
I think the villager was like broken at this time.
Oh yeah, so
There's, like, yeah,
a lot of just like getting XP and do random enchants.
it's the worst. Villager halls are
OP.
so superior. Yeah.
What does the sword name represent?
So there's an SCP, which is I guess like a fictional fan series, wiki series,
Mm-hmm.
where people just like make up monsters and stuff. And I believe this is a sword that like captures people's souls.
That's kind of cool.
Very niche.
Yeah. There's a lot of niche things here. Oh, let me, only one minecart, so.
Yeah. Also, there used to be a problem at that end of the minecart where when you got out,
Yeah,
I
click
guess
through
since
the
it's too high
block.
wall, yeah, you could almost fall through the void, which is
I had to save
bit of
myself
a
with the elytra a few times, which is
yeah.
hysterical.
I think I added a few more blocks underneath it. Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned, but the entire design is supposed to kind of represent a spaceship since we're in the end kind of space. And here we can see
All the water
all the water.
and the excess anvils once they break.
I didn't notice this was this.
I
Also,
think I had to replace it like once, maybe twice, and I was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to do this anymore."
if you notice, there was no water dropping from the ceiling, even though there's water on top, because I added a layer of stone. And if there's two blocks in between water and air, it won't make the dropping particle animation.
Do you see this attention to detail that we do here? Come on. Tell Hermitcraft.
Yeah.
They gotta shape up or shape out.
I had an idea for that spawning pad for the Enderman that I was gonna.
Mhm.
It was gonna be like a pixel art of a moon.
Oh, that would have been cool.
But yeah,
It's one of those like unseen things.
the hidden secrets.
So I've been talking on the stream about my end transformation mega build, which is probably going to be my next mega build after the chateau. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I would say it's like 50 or 60% an inspiration from this Enderman farm.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just want to expand this like spaceship futuristic kind of design and aesthetic.
Nice.
So I'm super excited to play with that. But need a lot of sea lanterns, which means a guardian farm, which means I kind of want to build Aeaea again. This is actually perfect that we ended up here.
Oh yeah.
So this is the true spawn of the world, the spawn chunks. So these chunks are always loaded, which means that if you have farms here, they can constantly run. So, for example, this is our iron farm, which is broken. But that produced basically all the iron in the world for a long time. We have this tree farm, which breaks all the time and is not a great design. It's an El Mango tree farm design. This is a cobblestone farm, which I didn't realize how helpful it would be in a world. But I'm gonna... You'd basically AFK here, and then a TNT duper.
Stand on it.
Oh, thank you. It creates more cobble, and then the TNT duper drops down and blows up the cobble, and it goes to this kind of furnace array, which used to be a zero-tick bamboo farm, but that got patched, so there's no real way to, like... There's no good way to smelt all this stuff.
Still have a lot of bamboo.
Yeah, there's still some stuff in there. We also had a big zero-tick cactus farm and an XP farm here, which was really great while that was in the game. Our rail duper thing, which, whatever. People, well, what is cheating anymore? Our little bee farm, which produces more than enough honey. If you put this in the spawn chunks, you will never not need honey. And then this is my sugarcane farm, which I built and then learned that you need players to be around, and it can't be in the spawn chunks. This is all it's ever produced. 27 sugarcane. Stupid. And then the goal of this was to make it this was before industrial districts were a thing. I just wanted to slab the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was one of those really just grindy, unfun projects. And one thing I did is there used to be a river here, and I filled it in solid, like totally solid, with stone, which was unnecessary and a waste of my time. But like this whole thing, which used to be in water, is fully solid stone.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, not fun. Just like bad idea. No reason to do that. But I wanted to slab the entire thing with stone slabs and make it fully spawn proof.
Didn't you also have a plan to have the entire border of the spawn chunks beacons?
Yes, I wanted to make it like a rainbow beacon that goes all the way around, which would have been cool. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I kind of used all our beacons on Aeaea. And also that was 2 stacks that I used that took me a very long time to get. There's no way I could get. It would be like 8 stacks of beacons for this whole thing. Right? Because it's 128 by 128, I think. No, it might be more. This looks bigger than the map.
It's hard to say. It might be like a chunk bigger.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know.
A lot.
Really nice to have an area like this. Really dumb to try to fill it all in. But this is just to prove to people that we have an iron farm that is out of minecarts always.
Oh, no.
I also built it incorrectly, so piglins can spawn.
Oh yeah.
Because I thought they couldn't spawn if the trapdoor was here. But I fixed it down here. Yeah, I put pressure plates here.
The problem is you had to move the iron trapdoors on the outside.
Yeah, and you had to power them.
Yeah.
Just like not fun. That's the thing about these. Some of them are just not fun.
Yeah.
Let's knock out a few of them. We can go to the. I want to go to this Birch little island that I had. I don't know if you've ever been here.
Oh no, I've used this a ton for the flower farm. And it's
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to go this way. This was a project that never finished, but I don't know, just kind of like a cool idea. Playing with I guess 2 new blocks that I don't really associate with. But this was supposed to be a Purpur farm, which never got past the stage of making any of the redstone or any of the water or whatever. But this is the only tree farm in the world, I think.
Technically, yeah.
Besides the automatic one in Spawn,
You made a lot later.
which I made, 2-3 months ago, maybe a little more, but this is the only real one. It works pretty well, actually. I made these 2x2 because I wanted to use glazed terracotta here.
Oh.
I'm just trying to like play with some new blocks, I guess. And then, you would go up here. The plan was that they would grow super tall, and you would go up here and then use your bow or whatever to knock some of these plants down before you harvested them. Harvested them? Does that sound right?
Harvested them.
Harvested them.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
whatever. This is a place in this world. I think it might be time to get to some more mega builds.
Yeah. I want to check out the flower farm. It's right by it.
Yeah, or we can do the gold farm and then.
Oh yeah, we can do the gold farms.
Yeah.
A lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like how this sounds. Click, click, click. I like this gold ore, but this was before they added the nether gold ore.
yeah.
So, like, I would have changed it, but... Or I would have, like, made it some sort of gradient. I don't know how you do a gradient with 2 blocks, but...
A bit difficult.
Yeah. You can see all the beacons from the Netherhub here.
Oh, yeah. That's another point. So to get beacons to work in the Nether, they need direct access to the sky, not with the exception of bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go in and find like the littlest netherrack that's like in between, like 1 by 1, like a single netherrack that's encased in the bedrock, and I had to figure out ways to destroy it.
Yeah, worth it. Worth it.
Yeah. Into
This is a pigman farm, but built before the Nether update, so
Yep.
It should be magma blocks down here. Because I don't think piglins spawn, or maybe it should have been in a different biome.
Actually, I think it's fine here. It's just, yeah, I think it should have been magma blocks because I think magma cubes might spawn, something like that.
I forget the reason for it, but it should be a different block. But it works good enough.
Oh yeah, it's to kill piglins. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
It's got pretty good rates.
Yeah, I don't remember the reason why we built it. I remember we were building it while we were building the Netherhub, though.
Yeah, I wonder what we needed it for.
I want to guess it was for the like the gold ball in the center of the chandelier. 'Cause that used a lot of gold.
Oh, it might have been the... Yeah. That's one of the things, like, you create these mega builds in creative and with total disregard for what resources are required or what time or effort is required, and then you get in survival and you go, okay, we need 10 stacks of gold blocks. You can't mine that, so now I have to spend 5 to 10 hours making a gold farm. Oh, we need this thing. We need this thing. We need this other thing.
Like I think the squid farm was sole purposely built for my pixel art, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to think of something else. I'm heading back down. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, I'm already down.
You said F the gold farm. Not much that.
It's just a gold farm.
Yeah, I'm heading down. In retrospect, scaffolding, not very quick. Same with that ladder issue that we had earlier. Slow.
Oh yeah. One thing I hated about a lot of our builds, we used a lot of ladders for whatever reason.
Yeah. Okay. Let's head to the flower farm, I guess. Sure.
It's right here.
No, I'm just checking if there's anything else we need to check out. Yep. All right. Whoop.
Yeah. So this flower farm, the whole design premise was supposed to be like an Alice in Wonderland theme. So all the flowers would be like 10 times your size. You'd be walking through like just a forest of flowers. And the idea for this tunnel was these bunnies. They're supposed to represent the White Rabbit. And it would like you would go on the minecart, and then he would pop out and follow you in another minecart, and go back, and then the other bunny would come out with a different dialogue.
That would have been
then,
sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then he would disappear, and then the tunnel would change from like, I guess like a rabbit hole into like that, I don't know, psychedelic transition that she had, would just be a bunch of random objects that you go through. It's gonna be very trippy, and then you would end up here.
The crazy stuff in the Disney movies.
Yeah.
But
I've got my little shack.
This is, I guess, your third mega build. 2.5.
Yeah.
Map art, compass, and then this thing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess then the Atlas.
Oh, Atlas, yeah. So 4.5.
So this is our flower forest. We have every single flower type, other than blue orchid, obviously. So this would be all the flowers that actually aren't in the flower forest. You find these in plains. So how you refill the bone meal. And I think this light would light up if it was empty.
Mm-hmm.
And I've represented every single flower in an original organic I've made, and they correspond to which flower farm you can access.
Yeah.
So for example, these are tulips. This would be the tulips.
Daisies and cornflowers and poppy. It's like a great way to see which one's which.
Yeah. Lily of the Valley, and then in here would be the allium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one wasn't close by, so I had to go to like this is actually inside a mountain, and then on the other side, just out in the open, is the farm.
So there's what, 6 farms in total, including the one in the swamp?
1, 2, 3. I think 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, including the one in the swamp. Also in this cave would
3, 4. Isn't there 5?
I think so, because the blue orchid is the 5th one.
Oh, okay.
Inside this cave is also where you can get your double high tall flowers.
And it's all the same design for each one, right? It's this thing which we showed in the swamp earlier.
Yeah, it's the Il Mango's quote unquote small flower farm design, which in hindsight isn't that great.
As a farm.
A lot simpler version.
And super laggy and loud. Really loud.
Yeah. Also,
can you turn it on? I'm in the one in the tunnel, blue orchid, I think. Or not orchid. I don't know what.
Allium.
Allium, yeah.
There should be you should see a lever.
Around here.
Yeah.
I'm at the farm. I'm not in
Oh,
the
you're
town.
at. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
This thing's crazy.
Yeah. So it would harvest. It would bone meal a bunch. Shifting pistons would uproot them. Then the pistons would pull them up into the water stream above. Very weird mechanic.
Okay, so you turn it off. It's so loud.
Then the seeds would also convert into bone meal for the farm.
What a weird mechanic. That's cool. That's a cool farm. And then this area is insane.
Where you at?
I'm on the cornfield or daisy, I guess.
Yeah. This is the little house for the rabbit. It's just a place where you can sleep, pretty much. Very nice, small.
And I think it's time for the piece de resistance.
Yeah, this part of the.
This is the actual reason why we're here. Let me turn off the resource pack because it's a little hard to see.
Yeah, I think yours makes it a bit different.
I like the birch leaves, the red leaves or orange leaves, I guess, but
It doesn't work if not everyone
Yeah.
has. So this is a hedge maze based around an image from the animated movie Alice in Wonderland. That's Alice, obviously. Then the maze run from the end of the portal to just this other end over here.
fully working hedge maze.
Yeah, it's actually one thing I wish I did was make it a bit more difficult because it's actually very easy to get through. It's only like it's pretty much a straight line if you look straight. But
So
this
that's
was
the exit. The entrance is there.
this was a bit grindy task. So this isn't just one layer of leaves; it's 3 high, and then the walls is also a bunch of different layers and patterns.
And it's what, 2 types of leaves?
Yeah,
Spruce
it's
and oak?
all spruce and oak. It's birch and oak actually,
Oh, yeah.
and the floor is all coarse dirt. If you, it's very hard to notice probably, but the bottom part is actually a river biome. So there was a river that cut through this bottom section, and I've completely covered it up, and then moved the river around
Oh.
here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I remember you telling me that.
it was that was a bit of a pain, but
Can't
She wasn't-
can't really notice it.
yeah. So this was very difficult to build because all these leaves here, and like the thick part that there's no maze part, is still all three blocks of leaves thick.
Oh, yeah.
Still
Just
a
solid.
lot of leaves. Yep. That's why I used the birch farm. I actually used the birch farm quite a bit. It was very helpful for this. Then I will just plant oak trees out here.
Yeah. This is the exit. It's not too bad to do. It's fun though.
Yeah.
Um,
Made another maze, definitely bigger and more challenging. And more,
after you talk about how grindy it was, you go. Next one, I'll make it bigger.
oh yeah.
That's kind of how it goes with us. Yeah. So this is in terms of mega builds, right? How would you rank them? You know, I think we've seen all your mega builds, right?
yeah.
I mean, creatively challenging, grindy.
Hmm.
Like this one might be the most creative, I would think.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one because I kind of came up with it like a morning
Hmm.
where I was just like, oh, I'll take a screenshot, convert it into like a pixel, I guess pixel art, and then make a maze around it. But it's just for this one, I think the flowers were a bit of a grind to make. Also, all the to cover up all the farms. All these hills are terraform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't build them in. I didn't build the farms in underground. I built the ground up around it. So that was a bit of a grind. But I mean, like,
It turned out fabulous.
yeah,
It really did.
it's hard to rank honestly because
So different.
the Atlas, yeah, the Atlas is like organics itself is just a grind,
Hmm.
getting proportions right, and then grinding all those emeralds. That was actually the longest part of it, or well, yeah, the most difficult block to get, emerald block. And then the map was just so the painting map was just a lot of blocks to collect and then a lot of just grinding.
Hmm.
And I guess so I actually I'd surprisingly I ranked that one maybe the easiest.
The easiest
Yeah.
is the which one,
Painting.
the painting?
Yeah.
Well, that one's good because you know which blocks you
Yeah.
need going into
I mean,
it.
yeah. I
And
knew
then
which
all you
blocks
have
I-
to do is execute after that, which is
Yeah.
grindy stuff sucks, but it's also kind of enjoyable. It's really relaxing. And
Yeah.
you
I
know.
found that very enjoyable because I was just going it was more you had more variety in placing stuff compared to just placing
1,000 leaves
or placing 32 blocks of the same color
over
every
and
yeah.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to do was add a little mushroom house here, but I never.
Yeah.
I
remember
worked
you
on a
telling me that.
design, but I never. It never quite felt right, and I didn't want to ruin your vision.
Oh, would have fit. Sure.
Um. Mark made the sheep farm,
Yeah.
and I thought there was no tunnel, so I was like, "Oh, I'll make a tunnel. That should be fun." And so I settled on a Rainbow Road design, which was this, and it never quite came together. It was supposed to be like a boat racing track. I think the concept is still there, and I like the idea. Just the execution was not fun. I would have to make a massive black box to make it look like Rainbow Road, which I started but never finished. Just kind of one of those projects that was lost. But the sheep farm is right here, and you can see where all our tunnels are if you fly around in the Nether. You can tell this is all old Nether chunks. And yeah. All right, I think let's go to Minsbe first, because you know me, I want to end on Aeaea.
Oh,
So, speaking of things that like you can tell the time of, this is my tunnel to New Minsbe, which was a city project that I worked on. First time I think I ever attempted a city, and it was, I would say, I think it is my biggest project to date. But it's a lot of separate buildings, which makes a difference compared to Aeaea, which is one solid building. So this is kind of the little airport area. We kind of walk through this, but there's a red stone block under here, which activates the metal detector, so you got to remove your armor and tools before entering, which is kind of fun. We got the sexy flight attendant bartender, and then there's some fun drinks and stuff on the signs. Engine error, Everclear, black box, Pinot Noir, G-Force margarita, Airbus apple cider, shoe bomb sundae, TSA taco, baby crying brunch, airplane pretzel pie. A lot of airplane jokes, huh? What's it say behind there? Oh, this one's good. Today's special Boeing 737 MAX fireball shots. And then here was some other stuff. Mile high mince pie. Snakes on a whole grain. Protein pilot shake. Airplane BBQ wings. Bush's baked beans. Weed edible in the bathroom. Tray table tiramisu. And a lukewarm tuna salad. Jokes. Man's got jokes.
Wait a minute. It's the signs. Wait, it says lukewarm tuna salad.
Yeah. Oh, is it cut off? I have the
mine's
Unicode
cut off.
on. Oh. Whoopsie.
That's really funny. I didn't realize you can write more if you have Unicode on.
Yeah, so that's been a problem where I always have the Unicode on because I think it looks nicer. But if I'm on a server, I have to check every sign that I make because I have to make sure it's readable by other people.
Right.
So we got the 2 flags, proud to serve and protect the 2 great nations. And so the plan was you would take off and land in New Minsbe, which was a city, but this was built basically at the start of COVID, I would say.
Yeah.
The tunnel was. I think Minsbe was before COVID, but we've canceled it. And I mean, COVID's still going on, but I think it absolutely should remain canceled as kind of a show of the era that this was. And then there's some funny signs, I think. Some relevant signs to our lives.
Obviously, I'm from Alderaan.
Yeah, he's from Alderaan, and I don't know. I'm from Philadelphia. I was gonna make a joke. I don't know what joke to make. Yeah. So let's. I think you can head up. It's not really a fully working thing though. But this is supposed to look like you're taking off. And I can't remember, and you're like going through the clouds, but I can't remember if the actual redstone is fully there. But it's supposed to look like you're in an airplane with all the screens. And there's about 600 entities loaded.
Oh.
This is a lag fest. But you should see the airplane. Oh, yeah. It's not finished. But the airplane should be somewhere. You might have
I think we
went
passed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's head back. So I
think I'm at it.
Yeah, here it is. So one is the airplane itself, and this is the viewing platform, this one. So there's no explanation here. I just wanted to make an airplane. So hold on. I'm going to sleep. So you can kind of see it. It's a 737. I'm really proud of it. I think if I was to do it again, I would absolutely make it out of quartz, so I would have access to the stairs and slabs. But I really think it turned out well. This is one of my, Mark's the organics guy, so like not my specialty. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And I was gonna make it fully interior, but that obviously didn't work out. But I'm really happy with the shape. I think it turned out well. And then there's some fun redstone stuff in here.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it's hooked up. But here's like the cargo area. But you can turn off the cabin lights. Right? Did it get darker?
I don't know.
Me neither. But then... do you have a button?
I can make one.
So if you go inside, the plan was this would be like in case of emergencies.
Oh.
It would all open, and it would drop like if there was items in there, it would drop them.
Yeah. Oh,
So I can put some fake something in there.
nice.
So I think that was kind of cool. And then there's some bathrooms and stuff back here. I think this was decorated. Not really. I don't know, but pretty happy with it. And then you can also working.
Yeah.
Put your stuff in here.
Very nice.
So this also is for our raid farm. This is just like the captain's quarters, and the plan was to have all the redstone circuits be controlled here, but I don't know. Redstone's hard.
Why I left it all to you.
Yeah. Over here is our raid farm, designed by Rayworks, which I from now on I'm putting in every world. It's so easy to make.
I agree.
And it's like great rates, and totems are so helpful. You basically can't die.
You're
Kinda.
immortal.
Yeah. So I really want to figure out a way to cover this up, but I have no idea what would fit this shape. It is such a weird, elongated shape. Plus, it's bigger at the top, which I don't even know. I don't even know what to do about it. But anyway, as we slowly make it to the portal, we can continue to New Minsbe. So the idea for Minsbe, New Minsbe, was it changed a few times, but kind of a modern European city. Ideally, it would be the ideal version would be fully furnished, and there would be villagers roaming the city, kind of going to shops and interacting with things and hanging out. But that was never accomplished, just because doing interiors is the bane of my existence, and I don't know, it's impossible to spawn proof everything, especially this big. I have slow falling for another 10 seconds. So this is New Minsbe. It's a pretty big city. It's got about 3 or 4 blocks, and it goes all the way to the airport back here. So we come out on the dock area, which this is kind of dock buildings, which not furnished. And you come out here, a bunch of crates. I wish I added more bulldozers and tractor trailers, and like vehicles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then here we have the crane, which I'm really happy with. It's my own design, but I looked at a bunch of designs, and I think it turned out well. But I think the highlight is the boat right here. The boat looks great. So the lore, I guess, is that all blocks in this world come in via this port. And so of the things furnished, the boat is fully done. The crane is fully done. There's a little room upstairs. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Another scaffolding ladder thing. But you get a nice view of the city. Yeah, all the way up. You were smart because you flew up here. But you get this like little vignette view of the city, and that's one of the things I really like, is having these like crazy sight lines where you get to see a tiny part of the city. So I don't want to go all the way down. Yeah, so the boat is fully done, and furnished on the inside. So you go in, just casually, like a grouping of beacons. And whoa. Each room is the same, but it's it's fully furnished. They got a bed, and then down here is like the engine room. Just a bunch of nonsense. Pretty cramped in here. But that's the only way to do interiors, is make it super cramped, I've found. Little bulldozer, some crates, and then here is the SpaceX barge with the Falcon 9, which is the second one I've made. I made one in a previous world, and I think it's kind of maybe a staple of mine. I don't know. But I like this one a lot. So it's coming into port after kind of working, so you can see the smoke at the bottom. And I really love these hoppers as the engine.
Yeah.
And the grid fins. I think the Canadian flag's on it, right?
Yeah.
It's not just
It
American. There you go, representing the boys up north. We got the new Minsbe sign, as well as the power station, which we'll go to in a second. But here is the train tracks. I found a lot of amazing...
I lag out.
I found a lot of amazing train designs, and I really wanted to include them, but I never really got the opportunity. But this is kind of a train rail yard. The plan would have been to extend these rails, and they would go off into some tunnel or something and disappear. In here is the power station. So I watched Chernobyl, and I got obsessed with Chernobyl. So I was like, wanted to know how reactors work, and got really, really into it. So this is like theoretically, I don't know what the word is, but it's like an RBMK reactor. So I made the map art for radioactive signs, which I think look good, and then I have these tubes pulling in water and circulating the water. So in here would have been a control center, and it would have had the same issue, that AZ5 button that they had in Chernobyl, which caused the disaster. This is floor 2, where you can get to see these tanks a little bit more. I think up top is the best way to see it. So this is for the rods. So these are boron-tipped rods that they used in Chernobyl, which is one of the reasons why it exploded. So I don't know what boron looks like, but I assume it looks like obsidian. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Okay. And then we have some spent fuel cells in here, and I think in here are some spent fuel cells or new ones, depending on the color. So the slime, I think, is new, and then these are like with the darker colors have been used. So like this is a pool of spent fuel cells just to kind of remain. And then this is the main tank, which powers the city, including the crane arm currently moving one of the uranium rods to the pool. And so they get powered on, and then the rods are boron tipped, which is no bueno. Yeah, I super happy. I wish I really went in and did a bunch of details, but I think for what it is, I'm pretty happy with it. And of course, in good city planning fashion, the plan was to make this like a bunch of shops in this build, but never really worked out. There's rooms for it, but I don't know. This is modeled after a real building in Syracuse, New York. This is the only like real building I did. Like the rest is custom builds that I made, but this is a building in Syracuse, New York. And across the street from a broken Soviet power plant, of course, is a school, as city planning as it goes. So one room is done, which is this like classroom here, and then there's some, and the janitor's closet is also in here, or storage closet, and then the rest of it is empty. But there were some designs for principal's office, and I think the cafeteria was here. And I don't think there's a way to actually access the roof. But on the roof, since this was supposed to be villager focused, there's a big carrot farm up here, which is kind of aesthetic. Some of the lore I was thinking is like one of the major exports of this city is carrots. So you can see from the docks there's this big carrot billboard, I guess, promoting the carrots of the city. So yeah, that's the school, and behind the school is these like silos of carrots, kind of this modern look. One of the issues I ran into was I was building this city out of basically bricks and granite, and like one day I looked back and I was like, this city looks terrible. It is one color only. So I had to, switch some stuff up, and it's still very red, but I think adding more color was helpful. Changing the smokestacks as well from the power plant was also, I think, really kind of slowed down the amount of red and gray here. Helicopter pad up here. This is kind of a nice little building up here. Interior design, not my specialty. It's just, I think it takes like as long or potentially twice as long to interior design than build a building. Which, I don't know, some like vents and stuff up here. On the back of the school is the playground. So we got a basketball court, which I'm pretty happy with this basket, this net. Playground with a tether ball here using the cat head, the back of the cat head as the tether ball. And then a little tennis court, or not big enough for a pickleball court, or not the correct lines for a pickleball court. This is, I don't know, I call this the Brooklyn of New Minsbe because it has all these like unique shops. So this is the Wooden Spoon, a little soup shop, Pedals to the Metals, a flower shop. This is a B Sharp music shop, which has AirPods, and a bookshop called the Paper Cut. And then here was a painting shop with the world map, which isn't there. Some manicured trees. And then Mark made this park. If you want to kind of talk about it.
Yeah, it's just a little park, a little pond. There's a little picnic area. All these trees are custom made. Pretty happy with them.
Yeah, I like this park a lot, and it adds that greenery to this city, which it doesn't really have.
I don't know if I told you, but I was gonna add a bit of lore to the city by adding, I guess, like a murder mystery. With this pond, starting with this pond, there's gonna be like a skull at the bottom, and then throughout the city, I was gonna have like clues to who did it.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like one of those things. Like, I wish I had the time or the energy to like really dive in and into this city, and like add little stuff like that, and add more secrets and stuff like that. This little tire swing I think is really nice. You can kind of hang out there. Another building, empty, but changed it to Blackstone when Blackstone was added. Change up the color in the city a little bit more. This building here, which I like this one a lot, actually. It's pretty unique. But this top floor, I never did the interior of this one. I know I didn't do the interiors of any of them, but how the hell would you add interior in here? I have no idea. Or a staircase?
Yeah. No idea.
I think this is a really nice corner of the city. We got this these benches facing the water, and this little garden here, using the same palette as the villager island, actually, using those berries and those rose bushes. These walls need to be updated because I think they're the old wall style. Little carrot area, kind of going into that carrot lore. I really like this design where it's leaves with these campfires on top of them. You can't really see the campfires, but it looks really nice. Apartment building with a little, I don't know, little alleyway thing. And then this is like another carrot warehouse thing, big carrot fields. Down here is kind of the town square and the market. So some of these are designed with little market stalls, like a loom type seller. It was supposed to be after villagers, so a lot of the villager professions were supposed to be kind of represented here. And as you can see, this was an original village that I stripped down and totally tore down. So these are the original villagers that I was hoping to one day let out, but I think they're going to remain stuck in their little thing forever. These New York style apartment buildings, which, when it's nice to repeat a pattern, but it's also like not that nice. I don't know. Love-hate relationship with like buildings like this. And I did the interior of one of them. I did the interior of one room of one of them, the hallway. And then down here under the school, just like more hazard for children, is like a foundry. So there's lava with campfires underneath, and just like a way to make metal. I don't know. But I wanted to make sure the villager professions were kind of shown. This is called smiths. Real clever there. And that leads into this villager towers, which is the only fully furnished, fully completed building in this city. So we got the doorman here, and if you go up, each floor is fully furnished. And you get these amazing views of the city. So what I was saying earlier is that I think the best view is like little vignettes. So one of my favorite views of the entire city is, if you go, I'm stuck. If you go up like, I don't know, like some random amount of floors and go to some random room and just look out of the city, you can get like just such a nice view, just like from this kitchen window. Like this is the type of view that I really like. Tiny little snippets. And if we go, all the floors are the same except like little head differences. And then up here is a rooftop bar, which is, I think it's the highest point in the city. No, that's not true. Another view I really like is like from the school, the balconies here, looking down some of the streets. Then I have this building, which is the most recent building that I made, which is just entirely empty. Like there's not even a ground floor or floors, but I like the design of it. I like the windows a lot. I think that was kind of the main focus, is the windows and adding some color. And when I mean color, I mean not red color to the city. So happy with that. And then this is the airport, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I think like in an idealized world, I think I would move it, 200 blocks in a different direction, because I find that it's really too close to the city. And the original idea was that you would come out the Nether tunnel, and you would come out onto a plane, and you would have to jump out the plane to land in the city, and the plane would be, I guess, flying over the airport or landing. So we got the runway, the 69 runway, and then we got these warehouses with an X-wing, which I did not make. I stole this design, but it's a really nice design here. Really detailed. Yeah, there's a million different things I would want to add and different ideas I had. I think the train station, really like digging into this train station would have been nice, and adding a lot of interiors and building on the lore of the city, but I'm a person. I only have so much time. But this is New Minsbe. I don't know. It kept changing. It was going to be like old style New York, and then it was like a modern German city, then like a modern Dutch city, or like modern European city, and I don't know. I think it's just a city, coastal city. So that's New Minsbe. Big project. I think it's the biggest project I've ever done. But it's different because each building is unique. So it's, I can build one building and then have a totally different idea for a different building. So I don't know if it's not my pride and joy, which I think we're going to next. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. There's some tiny secrets here. There's this like little wall here. This back alley with this guy. It's kind of creep. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Big project. Fun project. Really pushed me in a lot of ways, which I liked. And then on to Aeaea, my magnum opus, which is every world kind of needs a guardian farm, so I made a cub fan based guardian farm design years ago, fairly early in the series. I don't know how long ago you would say the original one was made. Do you know?
It was there, I believe, before I joined.
Okay, so it was super early on. Drained the water, drained everything, and like, then I was like, I'm not really happy with it. And I told Mark, I was like, I think I might redesign the Guardian Farm. Okay, because it was done at that point. But I decided to redesign it, and then the scope just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I present to you Aeaea, my masterpiece. My masterpiece. So it never quite loads in, but this is a massive, massive project. Took 6 months with a ton of details that no one will ever see, and it is huge. So, yeah, it's a fully working Guardian Farm. Kind of the lore is that it's an old. In the future, what would an old old ancient temple look like? So that's kind of what I was going for. It has some design, like Halo is a little bit of an inspiration, just with some of these walls and some of the lines. Even though I haven't really played that much Halo, so yeah, it's a massive, massive build, and we have the beautiful these vines, which are warped blocks, cyan blocks, and the warped fences, as well as these dangling beacons. So there's about 2 stacks of beacons in this thing, and it is just massive. It's huge, and so I lit up the entire ocean. I got rid of multiple islands, just to make it look nice on a map. It was a massive, massive grind. Doing these, I did all these. The build was mainly done in creative. However, the I call them tentacles. Like the ivy was kind of done freehand, which 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Do it in creative and build it with light Manica. I think that's what took. I don't know, not the most amount of time, but it was the most soul crushing of the whole thing. And I basically, once I was done this, Like I had to stop playing for 2-3 months. Like it destroyed me. You can see the entire ocean is lit up. Fully working Guardian Farm, like I mentioned, so you can go inside and then go up these water streams, and you have all the drops in here. Kind of lame drop-off area, but it's all I could fit. And then you can see the actual farm, so it's a Cub fan designed farm. So there is an underground area where you can see the Guardians die to wither roses. And then there's a massive tank that lags because of all the particles in here. So they all go up and then they fall down this chute. Really, really happy with how this turned out. I don't know.
It's insane.
It's insane. In like multiple senses of the word, like I became insane because of this thing. So yeah, that's a 3-hour tour of a survival world. Mark and I, my survival world. Any questions? I don't know how to end this.
I also don't know.
Yeah,
My legends are about to break.
mine is also about to break. I have some extra, but 100% survival. A few data packs, but this is like, I don't know. This is us pushing ourselves as hard as we can in this game, and I think, I can say for myself that I put my heart and soul into this world. I think you did too, and we're sad to see it go, but I think it's about time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, oh my God, my voice is shot.
Me too.
A
lot of water.
I didn't drink any water. I'm not prepared. You ate. I didn't eat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to end this.
You want to look at our statistics
Oh, good shout.
at advancement?
Yeah. So,
I don't have any of the special.
I'm glad your
Advanced.
statistics are still there.
Yeah. Change.
Where is it time played? I don't want to see it. Time played 67.77 days.
I'm at 29.67 days.
I'm gonna do the calculation, but I'm not gonna be happy with it. Hold on. 67 times 24. Jesus fuck. Some of it was AFK time.
A lot of it is probably AFK time.
One.
You had a lot of overnight.
A lot of them.
AFK.
Yeah, especially for the Guardian Farm. 1,608 hours over 3 years. Wow. You know, Newton discovered gravity when he was like 20. I made big block game.
Yeah. We spent an hour on block game.
Yeah, let me see. Anything exciting?
Other ones. I have 30,000 times I traded with villagers.
Where's that? Traded with
At the very
villager?
bottom. Yeah.
30,000?
Yeah.
How many mobs have you killed?
Ooh.
I've killed 87,000 mobs, and I've done more than 500,000 jumps.
I did 41,000 mob kills, 380,000 jumps.
And I've only played 8 music discs. Let me see. 28,000 shulker boxes opened.
And 100,000 no play. Oh, that's something we kind of forgot to show. The fishing farm.
Oh yeah,
That's
I not.
it didn't even work. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, not important. Um, wait, how many villagers? Was it traded with villagers?
Traded with, I have 30,000.
30. I have
30.
8,000. Oh my
I
god.
traded a lot of
Yeah,
villagers.
because you were the villager guy for a lot of it.
Yeah. I had to like unlock all the villagers, and then getting those blocks. I traded a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how many times have you died?
Let me check in a second.
Here, player death thing. Number of death.
Oh, statistics. Number of death.
Yeah.
194.
I'm at 50.
50.
Yeah.
I die all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you also played you played this in the early game, so
Yeah. Oh my god.
you
Yes.
didn't have a lot of.
We gotta check the mining stuff. Games quit, 1,553. 8,000 hoppers searched. That has to be higher because I'm the redstone guy.
Wait, what? How much was yours?
Games quit was 1,553.
Mine was 1,100. That's interesting.
I wonder if it's because you lag more because it's
I think so.
so you have to relog more.
I'm a frequent lever, yeah.
How many hoppers?
then- I'm at 8,400.
Oh, I'm at 8,469.
Wow. Oh, I'm 72.
Wow.
Nice. I'm the redstone guy.
How distance by elytra? 13,000 kilometers.
I am at. How much was yours?
13,000.
13,000?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm only at 2,000.
Seriously?
2.5 thousand, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I also traveled to New Minsbe, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
I'll probably elytra a lot in building this. I never built anything as that tall as this.
Yeah, it takes I think 3 rockets to get to the top, 2 or 3, from the ground.
If I finished the compass map, I probably would have had quite a bit of elytra because of how much I had to travel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chests open, 75,000.
Oh, I'm at 47,000.
Whoa. How have our hands not fallen off? Times mined. This is not as much as I thought. 370,000 stone and 200,000 netherrack. I think you did more mining on the hub than me.
Yeah, I have 350,000 netherrack. And almost 150,000 stone. A lot of.
Oh wow! So I have like double the amount of stone that you have.
Wow.
There's no way you have as many prismarine as I have. I have 27,000 prismarine.
It's nowhere near the top of mine.
Yeah. Oh my god. 18,000 warped wart blocks.
Oh my god.
Because for the vines, it's placing.
Yeah.
It's flying away, checking it. Oh, it looks wrong. Go back. Horrible. Not fun in any way at all.
I have almost 10,000 oak leaves mined.
Jeez.
And 6,000 birch leaves.
Time's broken. My number 1 is shears, 42 shears.
Yeah, I have 65 shears.
Crafted, I have 300,000 bone meal and 89,000 gold.
Really, gold?
Yeah, because I did the bartering. So I AFK'd at that gold farm for like, I don't know, a long time.
I have almost 85,000 bone meal crafted. Next one is stone slabs at 57,000.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it. 70,000 rockets, 70,000 iron, which I don't know. What?
Oh my.
Why would I craft iron? Oh, it was probably blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blocks back. I have 32,000 emeralds crafted.
32,000.
Yeah. Oh, almost 33,000. I only have 10,000 rockets crafted. Jesus.
Oh my god. Why is mine? I guess it's all that elytra trips that I've
Yeah.
been doing. Times used. Oh my god. What? I have 600,000 on a diamond pick and 400,000 on a netherite pick.
Oh,
So that's 1 million right there.
that's crazy because I only have 617,000 on a diamond pick, and my next is a diamond shovel at 63,000.
Well, I guess you stopped playing around the Nether update.
Yeah, I kind of stopped right a bit after.
Definitely after, but
Yeah, because I still have 46,000 on another right pick. But you have 400. You said you had 400,000.
400,000 on netherite, 600,000 on diamond pick, and then I have 200,000 on a diamond shovel, and 100,000 on netherite shovel. Yee.
That's so much.
It's
way more than me.
ungodly. It's ungodly. I picked up is 200,000 prismarine shards. Not crazy there.
Yeah, mine is 135,000 netherrack. I love how we could see what our biggest project was.
Yeah, it basically tells the exact story.
Yeah.
Like my bamboo's at the top because I had to do that furnace and I had to clear it out like 9 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say my cactus is number 3. I have 350, or sorry, I have 35,000 cactus. 35,000.
Oh my god, this is so funny. It dropped. My number one dropped with 250,000. Is cooked cod.
Oh my god.
Useless. I burned it. Aeaea doesn't have chests for it.
Oh, so you just burn it? You don't wow.
I think it just despawns. It just goes in a circle until it despawns.
Oh my god.
The 4 chests are 2 for shards, 1 for the crystals,
Yeah.
and then the other is for ink sacks because it makes like, I don't know, 10 ink sacks an hour. It's
Right.
more valuable than 200,000 cooked cod.
I have 89,000 netherrack dropped. I dropped a lot of those in the fire.
Yeah. Oh my god.
22,000 cactus dropped, and then 16,000 green dye dropped.
Yeah, because you were using those XP farms for a while.
Yeah. I use that a lot.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at some of the mobs. You can
Yeah.
tell like what we have a farm of. Wow.
How many Endermen do you have?
Yeah, Enderman's the big one. It's 42,000.
Oh, I was 32,000. I thought I would be bigger because
Yeah, you were working on it.
yeah.
And then the only other one that has a big number is wither skeletons, which I think I have more than you. I have 22,000.
I have 4,000.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It was my main XP farm for a long time.
Yeah.
You have never killed player. Player has killed you 4 times. I've killed you.
Wait, so I've never killed you either.
Okay, so that's
Or-
inaccurate.
Yeah. Is that maybe because it's my name change?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely inaccurate. But it'll only be us.
Yeah. What a world. What a world. Almost 3 years. Yeah, I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure to work on this.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what we do in the future. It can only get bigger and better. How about this is my pitch for your next project is a compass, but it's 16. It's zoomed out at 16, level 16.
Oh boy. So that would be
Is that 4 times the amount of blocks?
yeah, I think so. Wait, let me calculate. 15. That. So I would need for each pixel, I would need I'd need 2 stacks of blocks for a single thing. I'm not doing that, dude.
Out of all the projects that you want to do, that one's got to be the top, the tippy top.
Yeah. Okay, how about we talk about what's our favorite and then our least favorite projects that we worked on.
Oh, yeah. Favorite has to be this one, Aeaea.
Yeah.
Um,
This is beautiful.
like absolute special place in my heart. What about you? I'm gonna.
For me, it'd probably be the map is probably number one because it's kind of my bread and butter of this game for some reason.
And organics statues.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'd say number two is Atlas because I've always wanted to build an Atlas statue,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just a unique way of doing it. And then number three would be the Netherhub, just because that's also kind of our bread and butter.
Yeah. The Netherhub's cool. I really like the Netherhub. I would say this is 1, Minsbe 2, probably Netherhub 3 as well.
How about our least favorite?
I think slabbing the spawn chunks
Mhm.
is up there as least favorite. Trying to think.
Compass is mine, just because I messed up how I was gonna build it with the carpet.
Yes, yeah.
That was a
You made it
big
more
carpet.
challenging than it needed to be, which is already incredibly challenging.
Mhm.
Oh, and my medieval city, which I hate. I hate it. I would put that one up there.
I think a lot of the things I dislike is just I would simplify a lot more of the farms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Except the squid one. The squid one I think is the perfect.
Oh yeah, that
perfect
is
farm.
minimal enough. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what would you simplify more? Is the sheep farm?
Flower farm.
You don't like the flower farm?
Oh no, I think it would be just a lot better if it was just more simple than all those pistons.
Oh, you're talking about the actual redstone farm of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were talking about the broader area.
Oh no, I love the area. It's just the farm itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wither skeleton farm. What do you think about that?
It was good for the time, but
Mhm.
now you would just make a simple,
Something simpler.
piglin with inside a soul sand valley. So I don't really regret that one that much because
It was the meta
That
at the
was-
time.
that was my summer project. Yeah.
I didn't help at all. I was gone.
Oh, the upgrading the villager hall was also, as much as I love the statue, the villager hall itself could have been a lot better. It's very small because it only does like 20 villagers.
Yeah. I like.
And the whole mechanic of having to they start pretty much from bedrock, and you have to bring them all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much work.
Yeah, and I really didn't enjoy filling out that island.
Yeah.
That was, but also the building was already there, so you had to redo an entire villager system in the existing,
Yeah.
Skeleton, which was not good.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun.
One project I think redstone wise, I think the bulk sorter is probably my favorite redstone project.
Yeah.
I love storage tech.
You made that all by yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you define by myself, right?
Yeah.
Each module is designed by someone else,
Right. Yeah.
but I link them together. I know what each one does, and all the tweaks and choices are made by me. I don't know. I don't know where that falls. But I don't know how to make a shulker box on loader, but I know.
Right. Yeah.
So I can't really give credit because I don't know which ones I chose, but I got some great ideas for an upcoming one. Very similar to what Cub Fan's doing, but I think more functionality.
Nice.
Yeah. any parting words? Where can we find you? Do you have a media presence that you want to give out?
Not at the moment.
Okay, well,
And any of my social media would be under this name, MarkQrf.
okay.
MarkQrf.
Uh,
Twitter, Twitch. That's all I have.
have you streamed before? I know
Nope.
you. Okay, well,
Actually, no. My Twitch isn't. It's QURF.
QURF. Mark Quirf.
It's
Well,
No, there's no more. It's just Quirf. Just four letter.
Quirf. Oh, you got the
Which
four
originally
letter.
was my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally
That's
was
when
my
I
name,
knew.
and then
That's when I met you. Was when it was the 4 letters.
Actually, no, because I joined the other server with this like random name that was like a character from a game that I played. And I hated it because no one knew how to say it.
Oh, that was
It
the
was weird.
Bazinga.
It was Baraza.
Ah, yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
and then I said I always go back to Quirf, but then I thought it would be funny to have my name marked with 5Ks. And then I remember everyone kind of got mad at me because apparently there's another member who did a similar thing. It was very annoying. But I kind of just left it because part of the reason why is because like a lot of the people in that server had their name in their username.
yeah, it was the same.
Yeah.
Looting, Martha, Austin for the most part.
And Max.
Jack.
It's just like in your name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to keep it just marked.
I don't know. Going back, would I change my name? I don't know. It would be nice if it was shorter.
Oh yeah.
Also,
You can go ahead.
I've been going on some streams recently of other people, and I've gotten the most insane names that I've never heard before. I keep getting called TheMaximusjk. And
I can see.
I see it. But I would have never thought it. And then the Maximus like joke. I've gotten that one, which is like, what?
I've always called you in my head the Maximus. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's
what I see when I say JK.
Maximusjk is what I
Yeah.
I kind of refer to it as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch. This will be on my YouTube channel, so you're already here. I don't know. I guess I gotta make a TikTok. I don't know.
I guess so.
Or a Twitter. I don't want to do either. This has been a ride. This has been a wild ride, and I'm excited to see what happens in our own upcoming worlds. I'm excited to see. Is that villager project design? Is that going to be in your upcoming world?
Which one? The
spruce one.
Oh, a form of it. I'm kind of completely redesigning it, even though I technically completed it already.
Isn't that the Minecraft way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, thanks for being here.
Thanks for
Really
having me.
appreciate it. Yeah, and thanks for playing on this world. It's been a lot of fun. All right. Well, I hope to God that this recorded.